What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So for this horror trailer review and reaction, we are taking a look at the film Kryptic. And as you see from this headline, Kryptic exclusive trailer, dark fairy tale hunts for a mysterious forest creature this May. And as you can see from this timestamp, this just dropped within the last hour or so, give or take. Now, some of you may have already heard of this film. I went out there because it was one I remember hearing about, but I didn't pay too much attention to at the time. But again, this film was released at SXSW last year in 2024. And from what I could find when I was following up on this particular trailer, that's the only time I could find this movie was released, was at that particular film festival. It didn't get a wide theatrical release, at least not here in the US. It may have done in some other regions, but I couldn't even confirm that. But this update, again, is the exclusive trailer for the film. And as you can see here, as we dive into the article details, the feature debut of director Courtney Roy, horror movie Kryptic premiered at SXSW last year. There you go. And Well Go USA is bringing the film home to digital outlets beginning May 9th, 2025. Exclusively watch the official trailer for Kryptic below, which we are going to do so here in a moment. And as I've mentioned, I will drop the link for this article in the description of this video. So if you want to come back and take a look at this or the trailer again, you will have the links to do so. In the upcoming films, we have a bit of a synopsis here. Kay is in trouble. A strange encounter in the woods has left her with no memory. Only one thing is certain: she is a spitting image of missing monster hunter Barb Valentine. When an intruder breaks into her house, she runs with no idea where she's going, but she knows her only chance to reconnect is to shed more light onto Barb's mysterious disappearance. Random encounters seem to point her in the right direction, but what was hoped to be a journey of self-discovery gradually becomes a hunt for the monster itself. So we have here the casting list of those involved in the film. So this next section here below goes over some details of a review done by Megan Navarro. I'm not going to run through all this. It is a pretty interesting review. It does mention a bit how the horror aspect is built in. Now, when I was going through the details on this, I've seen it listed as a horror thriller, a body horror film, and drama. So it's got a few tags listed to it. But from what I've read on the film, I'm surprised it's not listed more as a sci-fi horror. But hopefully we'll be able to get some more clarity when we watch the trailer below, which we have here, and there is no poster that comes with this. All right, so we're gonna get back to the top of this article, and then we are now going to watch this trailer and see what it is about.
So how many of you are here because of some fascination with the case of Barb Valentine?
3 years ago, it was here on Crypto Peak they found Barb's things.
Canada is rich with incredible legends about weird and wonderful cryptids, such as the Suka.
Beast or spirit? Don't think anyone quite knows what this thing is. Suka thrives on all kinds of crazy energy. And oftentimes it's just too much for folk to handle.
What the hell? What is going on?
Barb is kind, formidable.
Barb, if you're out there somewhere, please come home.
It's happened to me over and over. Well, sometimes I lose whole days.
How is that even possible?
And then everything's caked in mud. Feels like I fell down a rabbit hole.
I feel different. Do I look different?
Barb?
Do you think a brush with the Suka can make you forget who you even are?
People go missing around here. It's like the forest just swallows them up. Don't be scared. It'll be okay.
People like us gotta stick together.
The Suka, have you seen it?
Yes, I do believe I have. Whatever divine spirit has touched you, I say embrace it.
So again, after seeing that trailer, I'm a bit surprised it's not leaning more towards sci-fi horror versus body horror. I mean, we saw a couple aspects there. So when she first, we can definitely see from the synopsis, she is a spitting image of this Barb character who's gone missing. And it seems, I don't want to say it's an urban legend, but we see at the beginning of this trailer, they come to this spot where this guide mentions, the story of Barb, and not knowing what the time gap is here from when Barb may have gone missing to when now we're at the present time. It doesn't appear it could be that far off, but there had to have been some time gap there a little bit, because we also, maybe there is a time gap, because when we saw what I would thought would have been a flashback, but it wasn't. When we see the husband, and then we see the husband talking to the neighbors, and we saw like this, the wife's hand turn in almost like to this monster's hand. I'm wondering if in that moment that is Barb, because we then see what is either Barb or this other lady that we're following here, what was her name? Ray, I think it was. Let's go back and look at the article. No, Kay is seeing this, and the look on her face is that she's seeing it, and then we see the interview. Oh, I think I've seen this monster, or I know I've seen it. We also see the point where she would have lost her, where it's explained she's losing her memory at the beginning. We see her wandering through town. But what's not making a bit of sense to me is we saw a point in the trailer. She's in the car driving, and she sees someone off in the distance running towards her, and it's herself. So that's going to be interesting as into, is she having a hallucination, or is this another version of herself? Because if we're going down the body horror aspect, some of those flashes that we were seeing, where it seemed like this monster was almost like engulfing or wrapping itself around some of these people, and they were either trying to escape it. I'm wondering if it's creating copies of whoever gets taken by this monster. Because we also did see where she came across those other missing posters, and I don't know if you noticed, but two of the people that were on those missing posters, she came across, which one was appeared to be not a little girl, but maybe a younger girl, teenager, and then another lady where when she smiled at her, and her smile went a little bit larger than normal, like a monster's, then her eyes kind of turned color a bit there. And then we also see at one point Kay's eyes kind of turn green as well, almost as if it's not the real her, it's just a copy of her, and then the real version of her is being kept somewhere in the woods, or maybe already dead, and this monster again is able to create copies or clones of whoever it takes. One thing we really didn't see was whatever this monster is, but whatever we saw at the end where she's standing in this red robe, which we saw briefly at the beginning of the trailer up in the trees, that could have been Barb's robe at one point. Now she's wearing it because she's taking on that persona, and whatever she's staring at, we see this green glow coming from it, like it's a cave or something, which would make sense based on those quick flashes that we got of what this monster could look like. Again, I can see the thriller aspect, I can see the sci-fi horror aspect, but I'm not quite there yet on the body horror, just because I don't think the trailer really gives us enough. So I am interested to see this one. I don't think we get enough of these types of sci-fi horror, which is kind of where I'm leaning towards lately. This does come out on May 28th, so we still have a bit of time, a little over 2 months before this drops on digital, but I will be checking out. I'll make sure to add it to my watch list, and then once it does drop, we'll do a review of it and do a spoiler review and let you guys know what we think about it. But drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know if you've even heard of this film, if you remember this film from last year's SXSW. I did go out there. I did see some people who did attend the event last year did come out and do some reviews on it. I did not watch those videos because I didn't want that to, as you've heard me say, poison the well, so to speak. When watching this trailer, I didn't want to already know, okay, this is what's happening. And I don't plan on watching those reviews until we have a chance to watch the film. and then I'll go back and watch those and see, you know, do I agree, disagree. So again, drop a comment in the comment section, let us know what you think, and if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we will see you at the next one. Peace.